and think that you're not part of this. You are very much a part of this. And J-Lo, J-Lo, hello. J-Lo, you were there. You were there. You bought the gun in the club, J-Lo. I didn't say allegedly. J-Lo, you were there in the van, in the SUV. You were there in the club. You saw the guns popping off. You can act like you didn't see it, but we know you saw it, J-Lo. We also know you were with Diddy. You were the girlfriend of choice that night at the MTV Awards, J-Lo. J-Lo, we need you to speak up, J-Lo. Don't go hiding behind your glass house, J-Lo. It's time for you to come out and speak up, J-Lo. Hello, J-Lo. Anybody home? J-Lo, come on out, come out, wherever you are.
I think you broke your microphone. But anyway, what about LeBron? Does he come into this category?
No, LeBron, yes, LeBron is also a culpable, don't get me wrong, but he hadn't spent his whole career amplifying Diddy. But everything is everything there's a balance. So LeBron's got platforms. His platform isn't as high as it was now, but he's got a platform. Why doesn't LeBron, you amplified his parties, LeBron. You're very famous for that. Saying his parties are popping. We see it on YouTube. It's out there. So LeBron, why not either give your stage to some victims or help some victims or help? Let's create. How about all of Diddy's victims have books? How about LeBron creates an entity to help Diddy's victims tell their stories, and now Diddy's victims can have their books, their children's books to talk about. It could be children's books, it could be recipe books, it could be books, memoirs. Let people tell their story and make some money from turn their lemons into lemonade, because the seed capital that LeBron puts up is mere peanuts compared to the amplification and the how it can help somebody unshoulder the pain and suffering they went through. Look, Diddy is one of the most notorious devils who ever touched down. He just went in plain sight. He was hurting people, just like Bill Cosby. In plain sight, he made it an excuse that it was okay to put Spanish fly in people's drinks and essay them, right? So before Diddy, it was Cosby. Now before Diddy, it was Cosby, Epstein, Peter Nygård, and Weinstein. Weinstein wasn't as bad as Epstein. And Epstein and Weinstein, I don't think they were as bad as Peter Nygård. He was horrible, taking out women's fetuses just to get he was horrible. But Diddy is probably the worst of all of them. And the dope inside of the baby oil is menacing. It's really like, wow, that is it's wicked. It's wicked that you don't want to drink because you know that drinks can, but instead you splash baby oil on them, or you have a massage given by one of your gloved assistants. And now all of a sudden the person's feeling woozy because the oil is getting into their, that's wicked. Who thinks of that stuff? So we've yet to see it all. The courtrooms will tell it all. Have you heard any of the celebrities who may be next, or do you have any opinions about pending Diddy? Well, you know, I have a lawsuit. I'm not letting up. It's a $5 million lawsuit. It matters not how much money it is. The point is I get to tell my story. So I filed November 3rd. I was thinking an attorney would come and pick it up. I did sign with Busby initially, but then I realized what he was doing. He was going for numbers, and he wasn't really taking care of his clients. He was sending us videos every week, kind of keeping us at bay. Oh, don't worry about it. Be strong. We got your back. Yada yada yada. Busby, look, I thank you for your service in the military. You had a great idea with letting all these people call you. I was one of the callers. You had me signed up, but then I had to pull out. I had to pull out because I realized you weren't really paying attention to your exclusive attention to your victims. And then when I did pull out, you know what I did, Shaun? I went and I filed the lawsuit on my own. I didn't realize I could do it, and I did it. And then on top of that, um, that's when the real justice started. The real justice was me being able to tell my story. All these people have a story to tell. But now I was able to tell my story on Good Morning America, on USA Today, on Baller Alert. All these people came out. I've been out here for years. Now they're coming out. The other celebrities and stuff like that, I think I don't think I think it's a core few that might have known that the person is possibly derubbed. Everybody doesn't know what the person took, or there's a lot of things, but that's what the government's for. They got to figure out the court cases. They have to figure out who knew and who didn't. And not for nothing, if you're able to pay and get your name out of the mix, hey, so be it. But I will not go for people miscategorizing people and shaming people and throwing people under the bus when all their career, Jay-Z's entire career, he has he has not shown us that he's the type of person that would do this to young people. He's not the type of person. He's busy, number one. Number two, he has handlers. They know his schedule. They know where he was on MTV night. That's why this is now turned upside down. Do you understand? Or right side up. Because when you get successful and you're doing everything above board, and that's all you do is go back in the house with your wife at the end of the night, which is the type of thing that we do as successful people. You don't have time to be out here in these parties doing these types of things. So you have a scheduler, you have an assistant. So everything everything in the dark is going to come to the light. You all will see. I have 100% faith, and I'll put my career on this, that Jay-Z's not involved with this stuff. You're just putting him together with Diddy because he's in pictures and he's at these parties. But there's levels to these parties, guys. And Jay-Z has a family. He has a whole wife at home. And she's not one. She's showing you she's not one to play with.
Are you going to be a witness in the Diddy case? You're getting asked.
Well, hey, Shaun, they asked me not to say anything. They called me last week. They called me 2 weeks ago, and then we set up a Zoom last week. I was on a Zoom 2 days ago, 3 days ago with those folks. And I'm talking about the big folks. I'm talking about the criminal case. So without getting deep into it, because that's a whole nother conversation. Actually, I'm going to write. I told them, guys, I wrote a book. I'm about to write a follow-up book, including this. So you can't stop me from, and you're the government. You're the government. You're public. So they said, yeah, you're right. We can't stop you from saying it, but we're asking you not to because, we don't want you to impact the case, and we don't want, yeah. So, okay, sir. So, I'll have to reserve my comment on that. I told them I'm not agreeing to anything. The government, there's no way they can put handcuffs on me for telling you, Shaun, that they contacted me. I'm not telling you the faction of the government that contacted me. I'm not telling you what we talked about on the phone call. Them folks called, and we were on the phone for quite a while. And I'm a factor at this point. That's all I have to say on that.
Quite a few people asking.
And that's an exclusive, by the way. I never told anybody on any platform.
Thank you. Quite a few people asking if you know who's above Diddy or about secret
Nobody's
societies.
above Diddy. Nobody's above Diddy. Diddy is a reckless, rich boy behaving badly. Epstein was a reckless, rich boy behaving badly. These are grown-ass men that are still living the life of a young wannabe Hugh Hefner playboy lifestyle. And because they don't know how to do it,